Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hey, it's getting cold. So this is our uniform now, turtleneck. It's not like winter cold yet, but it's getting cold. You can't go out with like short sleeves or shorts anymore. Hey. Anyway, how are you doing? Hope you are fine. Just a quick reminder. Remember to apply sunscreen. Okay? I know this is random, but hey, because you have melanin does not mean that you are immune from sunburn. And it's not just sunburn you're avoiding. If you are, using skincare products, for it to work effectively, you also need to get a sunscreen, okay? So that your skin will be glowing, your skin will be shining. People will see you and say, So, I just wanted to pass it out there. As a good person, being the good person that I am, I just randomly said, wait, have I told these people about sunscreen? Apply sunscreen today. You're welcome. Okay, moving on to the topic of the day. I'm going to talk about some differences I noticed from schooling here as an international student. So my undergrad study was in Nigeria and my graduate study is currently in the United States. So I'm going to be comparing them both and looking at the differences between both systems of education. Okay, so the first thing I'm starting with is your research project, your research paper. I'm starting with that because my research project in undergrad, guys, I don't know how it is in your school though. For those of you that are schooled in Nigeria or those that are still schooling in Nigeria, let me know in the comment section. But when I was writing my research project, I had to get my supervisor a gift. Like, she didn't even suggest getting her a gift. She outrightly said, if you know you want to pass, get me a gift. Like, she asked us to all come for a meeting, and then we all went there for a meeting, and then she was like, so I want gifts, okay? And I don't want perishable items, I don't want food items. Like, she was just telling us what she wants and what she doesn't want. And I was like, okay, I'm writing a paper and I'm supposed to get you a gift. Like, shouldn't I want to get you a gift because I want to? Anyway, I got her a gift though. We had to get her gifts. And then another thing is, if you go to her office, you know how you go to see your project supervisor to go through what you've written and to make certain corrections. If you go to her office, there's a very high chance that you are going to do one chore or the other. So she had, there was one time I got to her office and I saw someone cleaning her office, someone else was hanging up curtains. It was so interesting, but you just go there and you will walk. Why? Because you are doing projects. Now, why I'm saying this is because I am currently writing a research paper and nobody has asked me for gift. Nobody has asked me to do anything. The way my research supervisor even checks up on me, and she'll be like, oh, how far have you gone? How is it going? Do you need help with anything? I'm like, let me tell you people, study abroad. Study abroad though. They won't be petting you. So, yeah. What's left? What do you need? Hey. Okay, so that's the number one difference I've noticed. Also, the way we do research is really different. Like, it's more detailed, and they are very maybe because my research in Nigeria was in undergrad, maybe that's why it wasn't this detailed. But you have to gain permission before you interview anyone. They have to sign a consent form to prove that they actually consented to doing the interview, or they consented to being a part of that research. Okay, so it's that serious. You have to get a research approval. You have to actually write a proposal to get your research approved, even if you are just doing the research as a student. So you have to get it approved before you can go ahead and do the research. Yeah. So another thing I noticed is how transparent the grading system is. Okay, so in my undergrad, you really don't know for sure if you are going to get an A or what until the end of the semester when your results are posted. But here you can actually track it, so you are seeing where you are falling short, you are seeing where you are doing really well, and you're looking at ways to, you know, like make up for those areas where you're not doing really well. And they also have opportunities for you to get extra credits. For example, there could be at the end of the semester, it depends on the lecturer, at the end of the semester there could be like a small assignment you can do for you to get maybe about 5 or 10 points, you know, to supplement your scores. So if you are looking to get an A, you can track it. Each assignment is uploaded online, and then your grade is also uploaded online, and then you can see how well you are doing and know where you need to improve and what you need to keep doing. Okay, another thing is you have to be careful not to copy other people's work, because like I said, it's uploaded online and there are big consequences for that. So you have to be very careful. So don't go about like doing the same assignment with someone else, or copying what they did, or just going to the internet and copying what someone else posted online. You have to be very careful about that. That's another thing that you really need to be careful with. Another thing is examinations. Examinations are not the way we had it in Nigeria, where you have to like write, you know, fill a booklet explaining points and giving quotes, word on word quotes. You know, you don't need to do that. You basically they just want to be sure that you understand the topic, so they are not asking you to cram. If you go to class now, some instructors will tell you, I'm not asking you to come to my exam and start giving me quotes from the textbook. In real life settings, there is no way you've crammed all these things. So if you need to do something from this book in a real life setting, wouldn't you consult the textbook or something, or wouldn't you ask questions? So these exams are not supposed to like see how much you can cram. They're just supposed to see how much you understand. So that is why it's different. And basically, your comprehension level is very, very important when you're schooling here, because you need to understand these things for yourself. Another thing is the lecturers are not mean. I mean, many of them are not mean. I don't think I've met any mean lecturer so far. So like, and you know, at the end of each semester, the students are allowed to, I wouldn't say grade them, but the students are allowed to rate them and just say, okay, this is how well this lecturer did. So they do their best to be good, you know. They try, and you know, I don't know if some of them are trying to be good so they can get good ratings, or some of them are just good. But the ones I've met, I feel like they're just good, because in some classes when you don't have enough students, you can't rate the lecturer, because he's likely to know who said this, and you know, based on your response, the lecturer is likely to know who said what, so you can't grade. But still, they're nice. So they're just nice. Like, they actually want you to pass, they don't want you to fail, and they're very helpful. And that thing is that you can challenge grades. Like, if you're giving a grade and you feel like you did more than that, like you deserve more than that, you can go to them and say, I deserve more than this, and this is why. Okay, so that's another difference that I've seen. But if you go to rubbish, better don't go to anybody's office to go and say don't disgrace yourself. Anyway. Well, if you are very sure of what you did, like you're very confident in what you did, go there and tell them, this thing is supposed to be 100 over 100, and you explain it to them. Like, one lecturer actually explained this in class to us. He was like, sometimes what you mean, what you are trying to convey, might not be what you write. So sometimes when you go to them to challenge your grades, you can actually explain what you meant by what you wrote, and there's a possibility of getting higher grades from that. You know, it's not like you're going to confront them. I know it's called challenging grades, but you're not going to confront them. You're just going to them and saying, oh, this is what I got and I feel like I deserve better because this is what I meant, you know. So you're actually seeing results for your hard work. All the effort you are putting in, you're seeing results, and you can track your grades as the semester goes by. Another difference here is that lecturers here are very considerate of your mental health. You can actually ask to not come to class because you are trying to take care of your mental health. They are big on self-care, you know. And if you even go to some of these hostels, they have emotional support animals. where students are allowed to come in with their pets if that would help them, and if that would like be a form of support to them. So they are very big on mental health. So if you are feeling down, you don't need to go about lying and saying, oh, like you have headache, you're not feeling fine. Just be open about it and say you are trying to deal with your mental health, you are trying to, you know, relax, like you're stressed. You just let them know, okay, because they are big on it, and you know it's important. I know Africa is going to hopefully get there someday, where we start to realize how important mental health is. You don't need to cook up cock and bull stories to tell them because you don't want to come to work or you don't want to go to class. Just be honest and say you're stressed. So they allow you to, you know, do things at your own pace, not necessarily at your own pace, but they are very accommodating. And if you feel like you need accommodations, you need extra accommodations, they are usually willing to work on that with you, because people learn differently. And so that is one thing that many of these instructors understand here. They understand that people learn differently, people learn at different paces. So that is something they understand and they respect. Just make sure that you are paying attention to what you are being taught, and that when it's time for your exams, you can defend what you have learned. Another thing is how comfortable the classes are. Like, you're allowed to bring snacks in, you're allowed to eat in class if you are hungry. You know, most of the classes are conversational. You have discussion sessions, you ask questions when you have them. And so it's really different. It's really different. Another thing that I was going to mention is the social life, guys. The social life in Nigerian universities is so good, guys. Like, when we have events here, people barely come out, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Even when we have events in my undergrad where they are not even sharing refreshments, this one, they are sharing refreshments, students will still not come out. Uniben, they are sharing refreshments, who won't come out? Not to talk of when you are even paying for some events, we pay to attend, and you would see that the hall will be full. If you don't go in on time, you will stand. Like, no, the social life is something that is really different here, you know, especially when you are in a school that is not a party school. So there really isn't much, you know. Of course they have some parties that they do, it's just quite different, yeah. And they don't have like shows, you know how we have like Mr. and Miss Uniben, hot legs competition, yeah, hot legs, as in, is your leg hot? Yeah. Mr. and Miss Halls, that's beauty pageants for those that stay in the hostel. You know, all those things, I miss them actually. Maybe I'll talk about this some other time, you know, just chat about things I miss from schooling in Nigeria. Yeah, so let's have a conversation another day. Remember to moisturize your skin, remember to drink lots of water and mind your business, okay? And very importantly, remember to subscribe to this channel, remember to like, and remember to share. Thank you, and have a wonderful week. Bye.